This is Fox 5 Midday News.
One selfless act can save a life, and that's just what one Virginia girl learned after she was faced with a life-altering dilemma. Maggie Catherwood was in need of an organ transplant when her story took a rather interesting turn. We want you to meet Maggie in today's Power of One.
It tastes like little box.
1 minute, Maggie Catherwood was a healthy young college student. The next, she was on the verge of dying.
I had just gone 2 mission trips, actually, down to Louisiana and helped with hurricane relief, so they thought maybe I got into some dirty water or something, but that all came back negative.
The day after her 21st birthday, Maggie learned she had Wilson's disease, a condition that destroyed her liver. She needed a transplant.
Most people are on a waiting list. They told me the average wait is at least a year, but the way they do it now with the scores and everything, the sicker you are, the higher up you get on the list, and I just got so sick so fast.
You know what? I bet Maggie will help you. Go get the scissors and you can cut it.
More than an hour away in Maryland, another family was waiting and praying.
Initially, when we first went through all the tests, we were basically told it's going to be something bad. There was nothing to hope for.
Allison Brown had biliary atresia, meaning she was born without all of her bile ducts. She, too, would not live without a liver transplant.
It's like waiting for Christmas, basically. Every time the phone rings, you look at the caller ID and you hope that it's Georgetown. And what time?
Little did Maggie and the Browns know their lives would soon be forever intertwined.
I remember, I think it was a Tuesday, when they finally had everything ready, and they said there's a baby in the hospital, a little girl who's really sick.
That baby was little Allie. And just before her own surgery, doctors asked Maggie something she thought she would never hear. Would she be willing to share a portion of her new liver with a baby to save her life? Maggie's answer was easy.
I knew God would make everything all right. That's how I felt about it. And he wouldn't have had someone ask me to share something. And it's basically sharing life, I mean, which someone did for me, so why not pass it on?
In February, doctors split Maggie's donated liver in 2 and gave a small portion to Allie. The operations took place in adjoining operating rooms at Georgetown. Neither family knew the other.
We just ended up sitting across from Maggie's mom and dad in the waiting room, and they heard us talking about Allison and the liver and put 2 and 2 together, and that's how we met.
That meeting was the beginning of what both families now hope is a lifetime friendship. This summer, Allie celebrated her first birthday, and Maggie was there.
She means everything. She always plays down what she did, but she saved my daughter's life. And she gave us our family back.
In the case of Maggie and Allison, doctors used something called a split liver donation. That's where they actually divide an organ that's been donated when somebody dies to try to save 2 lives. Split liver transplants account for 2 to 3% of the more than 6,000 transplants that are done every year. And Allison, we put more information about organ donors and about Wilson's disease on our website, myfoxdc.com.
I mean, that's exactly what the power of one is, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
That's a great story.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Kavir.